Former George W. Bush senior official Horace Cooper and Weekly Standard writer Michael Warren. Horace, Michael, you know, this race seems incredibly close, a lot closer than Hillary Clinton expected, certainly, with Bernie Sanders giving her such competition. Horace, how do you see it?
Well, it's precisely because there's been a decline in the unfavorables of Donald Trump. When this campaign started and it appeared that it was going to be a Trump versus Clinton campaign, there were people who said, well, Hillary is very, very unliked, but she's got this benefit. She's running against a candidate who is even more unliked. The issue, as I see it, is that the trend lines are switching, and Donald Trump is improving his favorabilities. Meanwhile, we don't see any such change like that happening with Hillary. And the truth is, as I've observed over about 15 or 20 years of presidential campaigns, normally your favorabilities are locked in. You might have a 2 or 3 point move. This is pretty big, and if it continues, it could lead to a sizable victory for Donald Trump.
Let me get Anthony Scaramucci's take on this, because, Anthony, you've been spending some time with Donald Trump trying to fundraise for him. Yeah. Has he made changes? Is that why the unfavorabilities are going down, or are the Republicans now just one by one coalescing around him?
Okay, so I think it's the second part. I don't really see him making tremendous amounts of changes. I mean, he's dialed back some of the rhetoric, but the truth of the matter is, I think he likes the originality of his content. In fact, I would also say that I don't think he likes the whole presidential thing, because he thinks it's code word for being just another politician. And so I think he's a refreshing, new face, new voice, and so this is going to be a big problem for her, because she represents the old brand.
She's the establishment.
She represents that, and so this is a reason why a lot of people feel that the Bernie Sanders voters, some of them may cross over and vote for him.
And that's what you said earlier, Michael Warren. If she were to put Bernie Sanders on her ticket as vice presidential candidate.
See, I like that move, by the way.
You do?
I do, because I think she really needs to get his turnout. They are very passionate about him, and they are very passionate about what he's saying, and he has low unfavorables, if you will, and so my bet is the best way to get to the presidency for her is to galvanize the left, which is bad for the country, because that means she'll have to govern from the left if she wins.
Yeah.
But I do like the move.
Michael Blah?
Well, the problem with that is, does she lose the middle if she does that?
That's what I think.
That's number one. Number two, do Bernie supporters buy into that?
I think she's already
Bernie
lost
buy
the
into
middle.
that?
See, I actually think she's already lost the middle. And so if you're playing the three-dimensional chess, she's lost the middle, so move to the left, get all those people behind you, and go for the 51%.
If she lost the middle, then this is over. I mean, that's really how I see this.
Michael Warren, how do you see it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're sort of talking about the amazing feat of Donald Trump, basically, again, consolidating the Republican Party. Most Republicans, you leave aside, the sort of rump group of never Trump folks out there, most Republicans are getting on board. It's not the same thing in the Democratic Party. I do think that once Hillary Clinton does clinch it, she does have get a little bump here. But look, bottom line is, if she wants to beat Donald Trump, she's going to have to actually try to beat him.
So she's going to have to get those Bernie Sanders supporters then. Look, you talk about getting on board. Even Lindsey Graham may be getting on board. There are new reports this morning that Lindsey Graham, who of course has been one of Donald Trump's harshest critics, he's now calling for Republicans to support Trump as the presumptive nominee. There was a private Republican fundraiser over the weekend. Senator Graham reportedly told attendees to, quote, get behind Trump despite not publicly backing him. How big of a deal is that, guys?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's overstated, and of course his spokesman, Lindsey Graham's spokesman, says Senator Graham's position hasn't changed. I don't know how influential Graham is with any segment of the party that's not already on board. Look, the establishment, who Graham is from, the establishment has gotten on board, and I would say got on board early on the Trump train. The question is sort of conservatives, maybe the conservative establishment, different from the Republican establishment here in Washington, that's a little dragging their feet a little bit on this. Maybe Graham has some influence there, but
maybe.
I don't know
not everybody believes it, though. Not everybody believes it, right?
Yeah, no, his spokesman is basically denying it. He's denying it privately to some of his friends. But I think that this is politics. This is the nature of this game. This is why so many Americans, the general public, is so upset, because there's no anchor here. The boat keeps shifting left and right. But my prediction is, if this is the age, of disruption, and this is the age of the non-politician, then the margin of error goes to Donald Trump, Maria.
Yep. All right. We'll leave it there. Gentlemen, thanks so much. Great conversation. We appreciate it. Horace Cooper, Michael Warren, thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you soon.